Good morning. We're doing a what I eat in a day today. It's morning and I'm gonna do my run. So I'm gonna take my pre-workout. It's called 6 a.m. Marathon, the peach mango kind. So I'm gonna make that up right now. Get my run done. It's Friday, but I have the day off. So yeah, I think it's like 9 o'clock. We slept in a little bit. So it's not a typical day, but I'll kind of show you what we've been doing. We've been trying to get a little bit more healthy since we kind of fell off the track a few times. So anyway, gonna make my pre-workout. So run is done, and now it's time for some lemon water. So I'm going to fill up my mason jar with water, put some ice and lemons in it, and enjoy that while I get ready.
29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame. But how long can I keep up the pace? To fool myself I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall?
So I do intermittent fasting, so I wait until about noon to start eating, and I'm going to start with lunch. So I'm pouring some boiling water into a pot, and I'm gonna attempt poached eggs. Now I have to say, this is the first time I've ever made them. So the water is boiling and nice and hot, and the recipe I was following said to pour a little bit of white vinegar in there to help. And now I'm going to take my eggs and put them directly into the bowl, so then it'll be easier to pour them into the pot.
You ask why I wasted my time, and I'll say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scared.
So I'm going to get a nice circular motion going, so then I can pour the egg in.
Trying so hard to run from shame, and I will not keep up the pace to fool myself.
So now I'm just going to keep stirring it until the egg is cooked.
Be there to catch my fall. Need to be sure.
Now all you cooks out there, don't be judging how I do this. It was my first time and it did not turn out very pretty, but it did taste good. So I did put a little bit of butter on there with the egg, and I use real grass-fed butter, and then I'm using this Gracie Girl Bakery no grain bread that I got from a bakery in Wisconsin, and they do ship. Alright, and now it is coffee time. I got this draft latte oat milk from Target, and I'm making an iced coffee today, and I just put about half of that can in there, and then I'm going to mix it with a little bit of almond milk, and then I had a little leftover iced coffee almond milk style, so I just put a little shot of that in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of my oat milk vanilla creamer in there. Not super healthy, but I didn't use very much. So now it is snack time, and I'm just going to rinse off the apple that I'm going to use, and it's a green apple, obviously, as you can see. And I'm just going to use my fancy apple cutter that I think every household should have. It makes perfect apple slices every time.
Balancing on a weary line, too scared to trust you and jump down. I'll keep my status quo.
I'm just going to put a little bit of this almond butter on the plate as well, so that I can have a little bit of some extra protein and something to dip the apples in. This is the Maranatha brand. It has no added sugar and no added extra oils in it.
But how long can I keep up the pace? To fool myself I don't need grace. Will you be there to
Now I do drink water throughout the day, and I just keep my water bottle with me at all times so I can drink it. And this is probably the second or third time I've actually filled this already today.
It's so hard to let go.
So this particular day, my husband was not ready for dinner and I was pretty hungry, so I thought I'd just have another little snack. And this is kind of my favorite go-to, is just some deli meat and some cheese wrapped in a little wrap.
I know I'll meet you down the line.
So now it's finally time for dinner, and I was feeling a little fancy for this dinner, so there's a lot of steps to it. But I am making stuffed Italian peppers, and I will show you how you do that. This pepper actually was starting to go bad, so this is kind of the meal of hodgepodge veggies that are starting to go bad, so I just kind of chopped this up into small pieces.
Trying so hard to run from shade.
Then I had these bell peppers that I'm going to use for the stuffing, to stuff them, and I just went ahead and cut them in half and cleaned them out.
Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you hear my call. Darkness around me and I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call.
After they are cleaned and washed out, I am just going to put them into my baking dish, and then I'm going to put them in the oven. When I did this, my oven wasn't completely preheated because I'm impatient, but usually you want it up to 400 degrees for about 15 minutes until they get a little bit cooked. So then in the meantime, I go ahead and chop up all my veggies for the stuffing, and this one, once again, is a zucchini that's starting to go bad, so I chopped up the zucchini. I already had that red bell pepper, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some avocado oil into my pan and put it on about medium heat. I added some garlic, and then I added some chopped up onion. And if you don't have this fancy chopper off of Amazon, you definitely need it. It is so convenient.
Too scared to trust you and jump down.
So after those sauteed for a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and add in my ground turkey. I buy the 99% fat-free turkey, and then it's also antibiotic-free.
Trying so hard to run from shame, but how long can I keep up the pace to fool myself?
Now I'm just adding in some oregano, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of salt and some pepper. And I do use pink Himalayan salt as it is a little bit healthier for you. So I'm just going to continue to brown the turkey until it's completely cooked and dance to Taylor Swift, of course. Now I'm going to put in those veggies I chopped up and continue to cook them together. So I'm all about adding more and more veggies to our meals, and I decided that these cherry tomatoes were once again kind of getting bad. We are at the end of our week of groceries, so I decided to make a little bit of a bruschetta. So I chopped up an onion and those cherry tomatoes, put them together, and then I added a little bit of some balsamic vinegar and avocado oil into the mix, and then I did add some garlic as well, and then mixed it all together.
Yes, I've been the same. Trying so hard to run.
Fresh basil would of course been the best, but I didn't have any, so I did have this basil that comes in a tube, and that looks really gross now that I'm watching this. But anyway, I did that, and then I decided I was going to add some spinach to the mixture I was going to put into the peppers and wilt it down until it was fully cooked. Now I'm going to add in this Rouse homemade red pesto sauce. Rouse makes very, very good ingredient sauces, so if you can get a hold of those are the best. And now I'm just going to go ahead and fill those peppers that I've been cooking in with my filling.
Be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness around me and I don't know why it's so hard to let
After they are filled, I'm going to put them back into the oven for about 15 more minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit so that the peppers can cook a little bit more. While those are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make my bread for the bruschetta. Once again, I'm using this Gracie Girl Bakery no-grain bread. It is so delicious. You guys really should check it out online. But anyway, I'm adding olive oil to these so that they can cook a little bit better and toast. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put mozzarella cheese on it. I also like Parmesan cheese when I make this. I just didn't have any. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that bruschetta that I made and put it directly onto it when I bake it. So like I said, I add veggies in abundance to my meals, and I am just going to steam up some broccoli. I put it in the microwave for about 5 minutes to steam in my steamer. And then I had a lot of extra stuffing, which I kind of planned for. I did add a lot, and then I put it in the fridge and I can heat it up for lunch or whatever later. And then we did have some fresh mozzarella lying around. You can use any sort of cheese you want, but I did cut slices of this and then put them directly on those peppers that had been cooking. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick both of these into the broiler for about 3 minutes just to melt the cheese pretty much and to toast the bread. So now it's time to plate and get everything out of the oven. I just put some green beans on each of our plates, and then I'm going to put a couple of these pepper halves on it as well as a couple bruschetta toast. And this is the final product for dinner, and it was very delicious. I did want something other than water at this time, so I did juice a full lime into my water glass, added some ice, and then I had this AHA bubbly water that's watermelon and lime, and it's very good. So I put that in there and mixed it up, and that was my little treat. That's something other than water.
And I say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scared.
I did want a little treat, and I love these good fat bars. I only eat about half of it, but it was nice to have that, and they're pretty healthy for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this What I Eat in a Day. Keep on subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away.